Welcome to Voices of the Nest. I am your host, Ty Faulkner. Today, I have three special guests with me that will give their feedback on what they learned of our episode today. Today, I have with me
Jonathan Borden,
Kamari,
JC Howard.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. So, in honor of today's episode, what do you guys think was the best resolutions and the best solutions to the problems that you heard today?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say that the people who spoke earlier did a great job explaining their point of view. And I kind of see it differently with the HBCU now that y'all mentioned it. Like when y'all said how someone's going to talk to you no matter what, I didn't really see it as they were trying to create a bond. I thought they were just trying to be nice. But seeing that from the point of view that y'all spoke earlier now, I kind of understand it a bit more now. And as far as the AI, I think it is a little scary, and I can see why people wouldn't trust it because it's kind of a fear of the unknown type of thing. So, all in all, I think I would say that AI is sort of plausible at the moment. I feel like we need a little more information before we can fully trust it, but I don't think it's here to do too much harm at the moment. So.
With AI, I feel like, yeah, it's scary, but it's also the future, so we just kind of have to get used to it. With like Tesla, for example, it's a car that can drive itself, but you also have the ability to drive it as well. And that in itself to me is really scary, but like I said, it's the future, and we're probably going to have a lot more cars coming out just like that are going to be self-driving cars entirely. And then with HBCUs, coming from a PWI, HBCUs are definitely a culture shock, but it was a really positive culture shock for me because NCCU is a very family-oriented campus.
I mean, I agree with all the standpoints that were made. I feel like that AI is a big deal, and it's going to be a big deal in the future. And I think that people need to be aware of it. And for the HBCU conversation, I believe that, like I said, I agree with them also. I feel like being at an HBCU is a special thing. And, you just got to get comfortable with it. And, yeah.
So being an artist today, guys, like what was like your favorite? You guys already kind of answered that question, but what was like your favorite? Like what was like the favorite statement, kind of?
Probably when you said that going to a HBCU, the thing you learned is that you're gonna grow while you're here. Like it's kind of impossible not to grow in college, but at a HBCU, like you said, it's sort of a culture shock, but it's very positive in a way. So.
My favorite thing was when someone said that people are going to talk to you regardless. Being somebody who's kind of more on the introverted side, it definitely does take me aback when somebody just tries to casually have a conversation with me, but it usually ends in something positive.
Yeah, my favorite statement was probably that the friends that you make at a HBCU are lifelong friends. Like these are people that you stay with and basically live with for 8 months straight out the year. So you around them all day, every day. So I think that's an accurate statement. I think that people that you're gonna meet at HBCU are gonna be your lifelong friends.
Would you like suggest coming to an HBCU over a predominantly white institution? If coming from like an athletic standpoint or a scholarship standpoint, if you was to get like a scholarship from, let's say, UNC, Duke, would you still come to an HBCU?
Yeah. I think I would come to HBCU. This is actually something that I thought about because I feel like too many people are going to PWIs when they get offers from athletics and stuff, and it's not really doing anything to help out with HBCUs. Like if you're a good enough player, if you're a good enough athlete, then you going into a HBCU shouldn't affect whether or not you go to the league or whether or not you're going to play or not. So I feel like people should be, or better top-rated athletes should be going to HBCUs to bring more awareness to those programs.
Well, I mean, we've already seen like people, like top athletes go to HBCUs, like guys like Travis Hunter, who was the #1 rated athlete in high school. And then you also had Hall of Famers like Deion Sanders be able to coach at HBCUs. So I think it's starting to expand, like more people are starting to be open to go to HBCUs now that they sort of started the trend, I would say.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time today. This has been the Voices of the Nest. I'm your host, Ty Faulkner. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.